Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carrie. I thought we could maybe explore the dating landscape. What trends are shaping our connections and the way that we're meeting people? I think I'm going to share with you what the new trends are and then give you a couple tips to keep in mind about that particular area of dating. I think that would be fun. If that's at all interesting, I hope you'll stick around because that's what's on the agenda. New trends and things that are going on in the middle of 2024. If you're new here, I'm Carrie. I'm a matchmaker and a dating coach, and I do like to read about dating and relationships despite having over a decade of this being what I talk about most. I'm all about trying to learn how things are changing and how the younger daters, as they move into my roster and onto my schedule, are experiencing dating differently than my middle-aged or over 50 daters. You know, I think all these conversations are for everybody, and the demographics of my channel have definitely proven that out. So that's why my way of going about telling you this is just to say, I hope you find it interesting no matter your age, because it's applicable. You can trust me on that. Meeting people online continues to be a main way that we are dating in this 2024. With virtual communication all around us, dating apps have become almost the primary means for meeting potential partners. They're just convenient, it's easy accessibility, and the online platforms really have reshaped how we all, well, most of us anyway, initiate romantic connections. And this has been the case for quite a while now, but we have to admit that COVID didn't do anything to shift the pendulum away from online dating and dating apps. And I'm definitely pushing people out the door to meet people in person more often. That's why I created this. So it's still here and it's going to stay. And my tips would be to create a really great online profile. Make sure it's authentic. And if they have video or you can reach out in video before meeting this person, definitely take advantage of that. And also I would say to be aware of dating burnout, online dating burnout, dating app burnout. If you're feeling like this is too much at any time, you need to just take a step away. That's happens to everybody and it's perfectly acceptable. So listen to yourself and don't make it a chore. If you're not enjoying it, take a break. Number 2 is slow dating. So on the flip side of the fast-paced nature of online dating, you know, the match, chat, meet, the concept of slow dating has gained some traction this year. It's a phrase I keep seeing over and over again. I don't know if you have. And the trend emphasizes quality over quantity. Wants people to invest time in meaningful connections rather than pursuing multiple people at a time. And this would lead you away from my common suggestion that you continue to meet new people despite having had a really great first date with somebody. You know, but I've always suggested this, and I've always also recommended that people have to do what feels best to them. And I know some people can't keep putting themselves out there when somebody special is already in focus and on their mind. So on this one, you're just going to have to do what feels right to you, but that is where the trend is leading. And I think that the way I would probably approach this, the helpful tip I would have, besides trying to be a little bit more intentional, is focusing on building emotional connections. And like always, allow the relationships to unfold in their own time organically. Number 3 is mindful dating. And this one, to be honest, is probably fueled mostly by the youngest of us, amongst us. It's based on an awareness around mental health. But even me, an old broad, I've been preaching this to you since the very beginning. This trend encourages daters to be present, to be self-aware, and to be intentional in their dating. It's really about having a sense of what you're looking for and a sense of yourself before putting yourself out there. It's about setting boundaries, practicing acceptance of the hard things like rejection. Wow, way ahead of my time, right? Not everybody's going to like you. Where's my coffee cup? That's okay if they don't like you. You don't like everyone you meet either. The gist of mindful dating is that it fosters deeper connections and a good understanding of just yourself and other people, the people you're meeting and dating. The practical tip on this one would be active listening, I think, embracing our vulnerability, which is what I always talk about. It's about setting clear intentions and, of course, knowing your own boundaries. Number 4 is heightened focus on compatibility. And the dating articles and conversations I've been seeing this year are placing a really strong emphasis on compatibility beyond surface level attraction. I know, I feel like Johnny Carson when he wears that turban on The Tonight Show and would look into the future. People are seeking partners who align with their values, their lifestyle, and their long-term goals. They're looking for relationships that are built on a solid foundation, and at least stating that this is more important than the more shallow values we've been hearing and talking about and reading about in my comment section. My tips on this one are to be clear and open about your own values and your priorities, and to try to learn more about your dates in the conversations you have. That'll help you gauge compatibility on a deeper level. And our fifth trend is about inclusivity and diversity. You're seeing a trend here, right? There's a growing recognition of the importance and the opportunity of dating people who are different than we are in terms of background, ethnicity, upbringing. More people are open to exploring connections with people who come from different cultures and have been raised with very different experiences. I think that my tips on this one would be to just approach dating with an open mind and appreciate other perspectives. And like always, celebrate all of our differences, especially with the people you encounter dating. So most of these things are very similar to what we've been talking about here since the beginning for a long time. And there have been some small shifts that have been unique to our conversations here, but also some even more recent areas of focus that really haven't been on my radar, that I'm glad I had an opportunity to share with you and to find and read about in the first place. You know, I share this with you because I don't know how many of you are prone to reading an article about relationships or would be clicking on relationship type stuff on the internet when it shows up on your phone or your laptop. At the younger end of my demographic, I think some of these people will be more familiar. This will be more familiar to them than to those of us at the opposite end of the spectrum. But we're all here to learn and to continue to grow and be better, right? I'm always proud of you for continuing to learn and grow with me and try to become the best version of yourself as you put yourself out there and try to meet and connect with new people. And I believe that it is your curiosity, your openness, and that willingness to learn that is going to get you closer to your goals of connecting with somebody else in a romantic relationship. Knowledge can only help you. I hope you found that interesting or helpful. Here's an episode that might be intriguing to you here. I don't know what it is because I haven't selected it yet, but it's probably good because I'm going to pick a good one. Check that out, then give Mom her thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button before you take off. I'll look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Appreciate you being here today. Until next time, have a good one.